Hello children, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing well and stay safe at home. So let me welcome you all for the Chilao Zonal English channel. Can you guess today's lesson? As you all have already finished your second term lessons, actually I'm going to recall your memory about certain lesson I did with you. I think you all are ready to do that. So you need to have your writing book with a pen. Make sure you have them with you, your writing book and a pen. Okay. Shall we move? First, my focus is on passive voice, simple present tense. Passive voice we did. So shall we recall the structure? Yes, I think you can remember the structure. We learn passive voice simple present tense by 5 steps. So I think it is very clear and you can remember them well. Okay, let's see. I'm going to recall the structure first. What is the first thing that comes in the sentence, passive voice sentence? The new subject. Then the be verb. You know, be verb, as it is simple present tense, be verb, am, is, are is used as be verbs there. Then the past participle form of the active verb. There you can remember, I have asked you, and also it is important that you must study the past participle verbs of the base verb or the active verb. We ask in schools, we ask children to by heart them. So there are different types. So it is very important. You must know the past participle form of the active verb. Okay, next, the doer. Doer or the agent. It is, of course, optional. You can use it in some sentences, you use it, or sometimes we don't mention the doer or the agent. Okay, let me take a sentence as example to discuss it. She pays the bill. Can you remember the 5 steps? First, you have to identify the sentence structure. She is the subject, pays is the verb, the bill is the object here. So can you remember the next step? You move the object to the subject position. I think it is clear and it is there in your mind. Then you have to look to the verb here. What is the verb? Pays. So why do you look at the verb? So you have to decide the tense. Then what is the tense phase? It is in simple present. Then according to the above structure, what comes next? Be verb. Then depending on the new subject, the bill, it is singular. So what is the be verb that you are going to use here? Is. It is singular. The bill, the subject, new subject is singular. So you have to use is there. And what is the past participle form of the verb? Form of the active verb, pays. Paid. So you have to use there, the verb is paid. Then the subject of the active sentence, you can use it as a by phrase. I think you can remember it. You can use it as a by phrase at the end of the sentence after the passive verb. So you have to write by her. Then you can notice the subject pronoun becomes the object pronoun. Okay. I think the lesson that we did, I recall the structure and how to do it. Okay, let's move on to an activity. So take your book quickly. Take the book quickly and put numbers 1 to 10. Very quickly you put numbers. I can see you. I can see you all. So write numbers, put the numbers from 1 to 10 in your writing book. This activity is based on fill in the blanks with simple present passive voice. Simple present passive voice, of course, passive voice, this type of activity, active voice, passive voice sentences, the knowledge of passive voice can be tested in different ways. One is this. What is it? Fill in the blanks. It is actually somewhat easy. Why? Because the verb is given and you have to decide the verb only, the passive verb only. Okay, we have to little bit quick today. We have a lot of activities to do. So quickly do. Let's do. I'll read it to you first. First one, the pigeon blank feed by the old man. Second one, the plants blank water by Suzanne. Third one, the letter blank typed by the secretary. Fifth one, I blank held by my mother. Sixth one, the lorry blank drive by Lal. Seventh one, the valuable goods blank steal by the robber. The violin blank play by Maria. Ninth one, my clothes blank iron by the servant. Number 10, the last one, our car blank repair by the mechanic. So quickly write down the verb. Quickly, I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. Quickly do. Let's see whether you can remember. You have to find the past participle form of these verbs given in brackets. Okay. I can see you are raising your hands. Yes. Shall we discuss? Let's see what you have written now. See, out of 10, how many you can score? Number 1, the pigeon. Then you have to think whether it is singular or plural. It is singular. Then is. And feed, what is the past participle of feed? Fed. Then the pigeon is fed by the old man. Okay, the second one. The plants. Then the subject is plural. Then is, am, or are. It should be are. Then what is the past participle verb form of water? It is watered. Then plants are watered by Suzanne. Let's move on to third one. The letter. Once again, it is singular. Ekavachanai. Then is, am, or are. It should be is. Then what is the past participle verb form of type? It is typed. Then the letter is typed by the secretary. The dishes. Dishes, plural. Then you have to use are there. And wash, washed, are washed by the waiter. I, then you know if I is there, definitely you have to use am. I am helped. What is the past participle form of that? Helped. I am helped by my mother. Sixth one, The lorry. Once again, it is singular. Then what comes there? Is. Is, drive, driven. Then the lorry is driven by Lal. Next one, the valuable goods. Once again, it is plural. Then you have to use are there. And steal. Steal, stolen. Are stolen by the robber. The valuable goods are stolen by the robber. 8. The violin. Singular. Then you have to use is. Play, played. The violin is played by Maria. My clothes. Plural. Then you have to use are there. Iron. You just add ed there. Are ironed by the servant. Next one, the last one. Our car. Again singular. Then you have to use is there. Repair. Then what is the past participle of repair? Repaired. Then is repaired. Then you just check how many you have got correct. Out of 10. 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Then see whether you have got all correct or are you satisfied with your number? Okay. Let's move on to the other activity. This is another type of exercise, activity based on passive voice. There you have to change the whole sentence into passive voice. Then there, as I told you, you have to follow that 5 steps. It is easy for you if you follow that 5 steps. Okay. Read the instructions carefully. Change the following sentences into passive voice. Then how do you decide the tense? You have to look at the verb in the sentence. So look at the verb. Now we are discussing about simple present tense passive voice. It is not a matter now, but when you are given, you have to look to the verb to decide the tense of the sentence. Okay, I'll just read them to you. I'll go through, then be quick as I told you. You have to be a little bit quick because there are a lot of activities to be done. Okay. Number 1, we set the table. Number 2, they wear blue shoes. He lights the candle. She completes the assignment. Number 5, Ranbir paints the wall. Number 6, he doesn't open the book. Number 7, the robber breaks the window. Number 8, Peter writes articles for the paper. Okay, once again, there you have to write the whole sentence. Be quick. I'll give you 3 minutes to do that. Quickly do. Look at the sentence and move the object, then decide the verb, then you add a by phrase. Quickly do. You can do it quickly. Okay. Okay, children, shall we discuss? First one. Then you know what is the object here? The table. You take it to the subject position, then decide what is the verb, set. Then the new subject is the table. It is singular. There you have to use then is. What is the past participle of set? The same word, set. Then you add your by phrase. The table is set by us. Then you just notice we, the subject pronoun, becomes the object pronoun us. Okay, let's move on to the next one. They wear blue shoes. Then what is the new subject here? Blue shoes. Blue shoes, plural. Then you have to use are, wear. What is the past participle of wear? Worn by them. Okay, let's move on to the third one. He lights the candle. Then you have to move the object, the candle, to the subject position. Lights. Then the candle is singular. You have to use is there. Then lights. Past participle of lights, lighted. Then by phrase, you add by phrase. The candle is lighted by him. Fourth one. She completes the assignment. The assignment you have to take to the subject position. Assignment is singular. There you have to use is. Completes. Past participle verb is completed. Then the assignment is completed by her. Next one. Randil paints the wall. Then you have to take the wall to the subject position. The wall is singular. Then you have to use is. Paint. Painted by Randil. The wall is painted by Randil. Okay, next one. He doesn't open the book. The book you have to take to the subject position. Yes. The book, singular, is. Then you have to use not negative form. The book is not opened by him. Next one. The robber breaks the window. The window must be there at the subject position. Breaks, sorry. The window is singular. Is, you have to use is. Breaks, broken by the robber. Peter writes articles for the paper. Then what comes to the subject position for the paper or the articles? Yes, you know, we have practiced this. Articles. Articles, you have to take to the subject position. Articles, plural, and you have to use are, write, written by Peter for the paper. Or else you can write, articles are written for the paper by Peter. Okay. Let's move on to another type of activity. Passive voice would be tested in this manner. මෙන්න මේ විදිහටත් passive voice test කරලා බලනවා. Here, a series of actions are given. First, you have to select the appropriate verb. First, you have to select the appropriate verb. And then you have to use the passive form of that. Okay, let's see. Susan is good at making chocolate cakes. Following are the steps she follows. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate verb in passive form. So what are the words given in that circle? Add, mix, pour, beat, bake. Okay. I think you know the meanings of these verbs. Add, mix, එකතු කරනවා add, mix, කලවම් කරනවා pour, වත් කරනවා beat, අපි එකට ගහනවා කියනවා bake. Okay, bake you know. And then you have to think, you have to select the most appropriate verb. First, the eggs, sugar and butter. Add, pour, mix, beat, bake. What is the most appropriate one? You have to select. The flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt. The flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt. Then you have to select the most appropriate verb. And also you have to form the passive form of the verb. To the egg mixture. The milk, next one. The milk, what can you do? In and all the ingredients. What are you going to do? All the ingredients. The last one. The last step. What is the last step? Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to do it. Quickly do. Okay. Shall we discuss? Yes, what is first? The eggs, sugar and butter together. Then are beaten together. Next one, the flour, cocoa, baking powder and salt are added to the egg mixture. Next one, the milk is poured in and all the ingredients are mixed. What is last then? What is remaining? Bake. So it is baked for 45 minutes in a moderate oven. Okay, children. We have already done 3 activities, different activities on simple present tense, passive voice. Okay. Let me draw your attention on passive voice simple past, because it is the same structure, but only the be verb is changing. Once again, the new subject, then the be verb. You have to focus your attention on this be verb. Earlier, as it is simple present tense, we used am, is, are. Here, as it is simple past tense, you have to use was, were. Depending on the subject, you have to use was, were. Next, the past participle form of the same thing. And the doer. Okay, I'm going to take the same sentence as the example to make it easy for you to understand. And it's see, she paid the bill. Verb paid. It is in simple past tense. Then the same procedure. The most important thing is here you have to identify the tense by looking at the verb. When you look at the verb, earlier it was she pays. Here paid. So it is simple past tense. Again, the same procedure you have to go through. Same procedure. Then the object, you have to take to the subject position. Then I told be verb, next one. Then be verb. As be verbs, you have to use was or were. Then according to the new subject. Why? The bill, it is singular. Then there we use was, and past participle form of the verb is the same one, paid, was paid. And the other step, you know, it is easy. Okay, I think it is very clear to you. I hope. Let's move on to an activity quickly. Okay, I have given you a simple activity. Fill in the blanks with a simple past passive verb. Okay, quickly do it. Quickly do. I'm not going to read them to you. Now you can read them. Quickly do. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. Put numbers 1 to 8 in your book. Put numbers quickly. Shall we discuss? Okay, first one. The lunch. Cook by Sally. You have to fill in the blanks with simple past passive verb. You have to read the instructions very carefully. You have to read. Simple past, not that simple present. Okay, the lunch, then you have to think whether it is singular or plural. It is singular. Then was, as it is simple past. As it is simple past, you have to use was. Then what is the past participle verb of cook? Cooked. The lunch was cooked by Sally. Number 2, tea. Pour by my aunt. Now you know the verb pour. What is the past participle verb form of that? You know. Then you just look at the verb tea. Once again, it is singular. You have to use, as it is simple past, you have to use was. Then past participle verb of pour, poured. Was poured. Number 3, vegetables. Then there it comes plural form. Vegetables. Then what is the B verb? Were washed before cooked. Buns. Once again, plural. Was over, were sell, past participle verb form of sell, sold. Buns were sold by her at the bakery. 5th one, the questions. Singular, plural? It is plural. Then was over, verb. Answer, answered by the teacher. Photos, again plural. Was over, then were. Take, taken by Joan at the party. The window, then again singular. Then was over, was. Then break. Now you know that. Broken. Okay. The last one, the snake. Only one. Then was. Past participle verb form of kill is killed. Then the snake was killed by the cat. Okay. I hope it is clear to you. Then let's move on to prepositions. I'm going to revise. I recall the prepositions that you learned with me. Okay. So can you remember? I gave you pictures to make you understand the movements of some objects. So we are discussing here, we are recalling the prepositions of movements. So I have given here, you have to match. You have to match the given preposition with the pictures. Okay, what are the prepositions? I no need, of course, I no need to read it to you, but I'll just do it through, across, under, into, over, around, along, up, down. Okay, take only 2. It is that much, of course, you no need to spend? Quickly write it. What is the girl doing? What is the rabbit doing? The arrow, the position, the movement of the arrow, the movement of that next rabbit, movement of this cat and the dog. Once again, there's a rabbit and there are two boys. Okay, hurry up. Okay, shall we discuss? Yes. First one, into. The girl is jumping into the pool. Okay, next one, around. See whether you have written them correctly. Around the tree, the rabbit runs around the tree. The arrow moves through the ring. And the next one, the rabbit walk across the road. Next one, along. Sixth one, under. The dog sleeps under the table. Here the rabbit runs, jumps over the bush. And 8 and 9 both together. Here, this boy walks up the stairs and then he goes down the stairs. Okay, I think you can remember them well. We have already done these things. Okay, let's do an activity quickly. Fill in the blanks with the most appropriate prepositions given below. And I'm not going to read all the prepositions given here because you know all the things now. Quickly do. There are 9 sentences. There are 9 sentences. Quickly do it. You just put numbers from 1 to 9 and write down your answer. Now you know the way that we usually do. You can do it now. Shall we discuss? First one, they walk around the town for an hour. You know, in Sinhala අපි කියන්නේ පැයක් පුරාට අවුම වටේ ඇවිද්දා. Like that. They walk around the town for an hour. Next one. He got into the car and closed the door. Into the car. Jack and Jill ran up the hill. The dog ran across the road and nearly got hit by a car. Fifth one, We were flying over the mountain. Flying. Then you may go wrong. As it is a mountain, you are climbing up. But you look to the verb given. Look at the verb. We were flying. So there you have flying over. Flying over the mountain. They ran down the hill to the stream. Then there also, you may think that they ran up the hill. But rest of the sentence gives you a hint. What is it? The hill to the stream below. Below. Then you have to go down if it is there below stream. Right? Pahala tiyenne. So you have to go down. They ran down there. Okay, seventh one. The train runs through the tunnel. Next one, Sally walked along the beach with her friend. The last one, the mouse ran under the bed. See how many you have got correct. Out of 9, 9 out of 9, 8 out of 9, 7 out of 9. See, you can check your answers. Okay, let's move on to another important part here. That is prepositions of time. Prepositions of place, of course, you might have learned by now. What are these prepositions of time? At is the first one I have taken here. At. It may confusing you because you have used at as a preposition of place. But look at this. The instances where we use at as a preposition of time. At 5 a.m., you just go through. At 9 o'clock, at noon, at midnight, at weekend. So where and when do we use this? We use before exact time. We use before exact time. Okay. Next one, on Monday, on Mondays, on January 1st, on June the 5th, on the 5th, on the 5th of July. So this on is also you have used as a preposition of place. But here it is a preposition of time. We use it before days and dates. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those are days. Dates, 1st, 2nd, 25th, like dates. Okay, the third one, in the morning, in December, in 1990, in the 90s, in summer, in the rainy season. Okay. When and where do we use them? This in, we use before longer period of time. But here in the morning is here, but you can't say in night. Remember, it is different. It should be at night or at midnight. That is exact time. At noon. So in the morning, in the evening, of course, you have to use in there. Okay, let's move on to example. The party is in December. I think this will clarify your doubts. The party is on December or on December 1st, or you can say 1st of December. On. But don't misunderstand, as December is there at first, after on, it is not. We are not discussing the month. First December. Date. Okay, next one. The party starts at 8 o'clock. The party starts at 8 o'clock. Time, exact time is discussed. So you have to use at there. Okay, now you have the knowledge of prepositions of moments as well as the prepositions of time. Okay, shall we do a small activity? But there are 8 sentences. Let's give a try. Okay, quickly. You have to use in, on, or at. What are the prepositions you are going to use? In, on, at. You have to use in, on, at. Once again, you put numbers 1 to 8. It is easy for you. No need to write the whole sentence. In, on, at. The prepositions of time. Okay, shall we discuss? Number 1. What are the prepositions that we are going to use here? Prepositions of time. Only 3. I have given you only 3. For your grade, that is enough. In, on, at. My birthday is, yes, what is it? In June. Where are you going? What is it? In the summer. Third one. The class starts at 9 a.m. Exact time is given. Fourth one. She was born in 1996. 69, sorry. She was born in 1969. Number 5, I like to read books at night. My parents drink coffee, yes, in the morning and goes to the gym, yes, on Mondays. Are you going to the party on Friday? Okay. Let's move on to the next lesson. Personal letter writing. Last week, I did this lesson with you. I think you can remember it. Shall we? Yes. Let's recall the simple format of the personal letter. Let's see whether you can remember them. I have given boxes, empty boxes here. So let's see what comes first. The top, your address or sender's address. Next one, date. So I would like to remind you once again, when you write the date, you don't forget to use the correct format. What is that? DMY, date, month, year. Next one, salutation, or we call it greeting. You say, dear Suzanne, hi Suzanne, dear mom, dear dad, like that. You salute, you do greeting. The opening paragraph. It is very short, you know. It is very short. Opening paragraph is very short. What can you write? Can you remember? In my lesson, I gave you certain sentence patterns and structures. I gave you statements. What are they? If I remind you some, what? How are you doing? I am keeping well. How is your mother now? How are you keeping? Like that, you can use. And also you can write the purpose of that. Why are you writing this letter? You can mention, I'm writing this letter to tell you something interesting, like. Okay, next one is what you are going to. There you are going to share information. That means that is the purpose of writing this. What are they? Sometimes you ask about you are going on a picnic, a trip, camping. Sometimes you are writing, you have moved to a new house, you are writing about that. There are several different purposes. What is next? Closing paragraph. Right? This is the closing paragraph. Once again, it is very short. There, of course, you give a promise sometimes. Or sometimes you request. Keep in touch. Or request, write back to me soon. Like that. The closing paragraph also would be very short. And then complimentary clause, you are going to say goodbye, leave taking. You are going to say goodbye there. How? You are loving, lots of love, or you just write love like that. You write the complete, yours loving friend, or else you can write. The last one, you write your name. The name that you use commonly, not the surname. You just write your name. Okay. Here, there's an activity. It is jumbled. So now you are going to...
Teacher, Olivia.
Yes.
Olivia teacher.
Yes, sir.
මට මේක සිංහලෙන් කියන්න ඕන මෙතන ඉන්න ළමයින්ට.
Okay, sir.
මෙතන ඉන්නේ පුතේ ඔයාලා ඉගෙන ගන්නනේ මේ chat box වල තියෙන නාඩගම් නටන්න ලෑස්ති වෙන්න එපා මෙතන. මම දැන් බලාගෙන හිටියේ කවුරු හරි නිකන් මොලේ අමාරු තියෙන කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවා මෙතනින් අයින් වෙන්න. දැන් මෙතන වියදම් කරලා කරන්නේ මේ එක එක්කනට මෙතන නාඩගම් අඩුවක් කරන්න නෙමෙයි. ඔයාලගේ log වෙන IP address එක හොයලා මට report කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ හින්දා කවුරුත් මෙතන නටන්න එපා. පාඩමේ විතරක් ඉන්න. අනවශ්‍ය මිනිස්සු අයින් වෙන්න. ආයේ මේ වැඩේ කියන්න තියෙන්න එපා. මම chat box enable කරලා තිබ්බේ මේ කවුද මේ ඔයාලා හැදියාවක් තියෙන ළමයි කියලා හිතාගෙන ඒ විදිහට ඉන්න බැයි නම් මෙතනින් අයින් වෙන්න. නැත්තම් ඔයාලගේ IP address එක මෙව කරලා පොලිසියට දෙන්න විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් මෙතන තමන්ගේ සංයමයෙන් හැසිරෙන්න මතක තියාගන්න. පැහැදිලිනේ? ටීචර් හරි පටන් ගන්න.
Okay, sir. Okay. Let's rearrange this letter. I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. Quickly do. We have done this type of activities earlier. So you are used to do that. So quickly do. Then I have given numbers here, 1 to 7. Then you write what comes first, what comes second. Then like that, quickly you put the letters A, B, C, D, E, F. I have given E, F, G. Okay. Shall we discuss your answers? Yes, what comes first? Because as you have gone through the format, and also as we have done the lesson earlier, then I don't think that it is difficult for you. Number 1 should be your address or the sender's address. Then what is that? E. Number 2, the date. It is D's 22nd May 2020. Then the third one, you salute, your salutation or greeting. It is B, dear Mary. Okay, fourth one, what is it? Opening paragraph. What is it then? G, how are you? I'm very well. Then the purpose, you have to write it would be a bit lengthy than the other, lengthier than the other paragraph, 2 paragraph. So what is it? A, I like my new home. It is a lovely home. I have a big bedroom with an attached bathroom. A girl called Jenny lives next door. She is also in my class at school. I'm still thinking about being a writer. I'll send you a story written by me. So you know what comes next. That is the closing paragraph. So what is there remaining? F. I'm really looking forward to hearing all your news. Then I have put the other two together, the complementary clause and the name. C. Love, Romain. Okay. Here, children, I discussed passive voice, simple present and simple past tense, and prepositions of movement as well as the prepositions of time and personal letter writing. So this is, of course, very much important for you, this personal letter writing. Though you are in grade 8 now, in your level paper, there is a question based on this. So you have to practice. You must practice to write your own letter. Do it. You have enough time being at home. Please do it. Now you have the structure. Now you know how to do it. So I think this would be the end of today's lesson. Thank you for your participation. I'm going to say goodbye to you. Let's meet on another day with another lesson. Thank you. Goodbye.